Welcome to KKDS YouTube channel. Today's topic is famous person around the world, Satyajit Ray. Satyajit Ray was an Indian film director, screenwriter, author, lyricist, magazine editor, choreographer, and illustrated composer. He is considered to be one of the greatest and most influential film directors in the history of cinema. He is a the Oppo trilogy, The Music Room, The Big City, Charulata, and The Guppy Bagha. Satyajit Ray born 2 May 1921, Calcutta, Bengal, Presidency, British India. Satyajit Ray was born in Calcutta to author Sukumar Ray and Supova Ray. Starting his career as a commercial artist, Ray was drawn into independent filmmaking after meeting French filmmaker Jean Renier and viewing Vittorio De Italian neorealist film Bicycle Thieves during a visit to London. Satyajit Ray directed 36 films including feature films, documentaries and short. Satyajit Ray's first film Pather Pachali 1955 won 11 international prizes, including the Best Human Document Award at the 1956 Census Film Festival. This film, along with Aparajita and Opur Sangsar from the Oppo trilogy, Ray did the scripting, casting, scoring and editing for the movie and his own credited titles and publicity material. He also authored several short stories and novels, primarily for young children and teenagers. Satyajit Ray received many major awards in his career, including a record 37 Indian National Film Award, which included Dadasaheb Phalke Award, a Golden Lion, a Golden Bear, 2 Silver Bear, many additional awards at international film festivals and ceremonies, and an Academy Honorary Award in 1992. In 1978, he was awarded an honorary degree by Oxford University. The Government of India honored him with the Bharat Ratna, its highest civilian award, in 1992 on the occasion of the birth century of Ray. The International Film Festival of India, in recognition of the author legacy, 2021 its annual Lifetime Achievement Award to the Satyajit Ray. Lifetime Achievement Award in 2024 for ranked Ray as the 8th greatest film director of a time in its list of the 30 greatest films. Satyajit Ray can be tracked back to at least 10 generations. His family had acquired the name Ray, although there were Saktos. The earliest recorded of the Ray family was Ramchandra De, born in the middle of the 16th century. He was native of Chagda village in the Nadia district of present-day West Bengal, India, and migrated of Sherpur in East Bengal. He became son-in-law in the ruler of 18th century. Satyajit Ray was grandfather Upendra Ray Chaudhary was born in Mysore village, Kishoreganj in 1863. Upendra elder brother Sadharanjan Ray was one of the pioneers of the Indian cricket and was called the WG Grace of India. Upendra Ray Chaudhary was a writer, illustrator, philosopher, publisher, astronomer and leader of the Brahmo Samaj, a religious and social movement in 19th century Bengal. He set up printing press named U. Ray and Sons. Satyajit's father's and Upendra son Sukumar Ray, who was also born in Kishoreganj. He was illustrator, critic and a pioneer Bengali writer of nonsensory hymn and children's literature. Social worker and children book author Suklata Ray was his aunt. Early life and education. Satyajit Ray was born to Sukumar Ray and Supova Ray in Calcutta. Sukumar Ray died when Satyajit was 2 years old. Ray grew up in the house of his grandfather Upendra Ray Chaudhary and his printing press. He was attracted by the machine and process of printing from an early age and took particular interest in the production process of Sandesh, a children's magazine started by Upandekeshwar. Upandekeshwar studies in Baliganj Government High School in Calcutta and completed his BA in Economics at Presidency College, Calcutta. During the school day, he saw a number of Hollywood productions in cinema. The works of Charlie Chaplin, Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, and Ernst Lewis in movies such as The Thief of Baghdad and Uncle Tom's Cabin made lasting impression on his mind. He developed a keen interest in Western classical music. In 1940s, his mother insisted the study at Vishwabhat University in Santiniketan, founded by writer Rabindranath Tagore. Ray was reluctant to go due to his fondness for Calcutta and low regard for the intellectual life of Santiniketan, his mother, and his respect for Tagore. However, finally convinced him to get admitted there of highest studies in fine art and Santiniketan. Satyajit Ray came to appreciate Oriental art. He later admitted that he learned much from the Indian painter Nandalal Bosu and Bande Bihar Mukherjee. He later produced a documentary, The Inner Eye, about Mukherjee's visit to the Cape Temple. He is a student of filmmaking, British Advertising Agency as a junior visualizer. Herein was trained in Indian commercial art under artist Anand Munshi, the then art director of the DG Kemar. Although he liked visual design, he was mostly treated well. There were tensions between the British and Indian employee of this film. The British were better paid of the Ray felt the silent were journalist in 1943. They started a second job for the Second Press, a new publishing house started by D.K. Gupta. Gupta asked Ray to create book cover design for the company and give him complete artist freedom. Ray established himself as a commercial, became a leading Indian typeface. Jawaharlal Nehru discovery of India. He worked on a children's version of Pather Pachali, a classical Bengal novel by Bandyopadhyay. Renowned armed anti-Bhebu, Ray designed the cover and illustrated the book and was deeply influenced by the work. He used it as the subject of his first film and featured his illustration as shot in it. Satyajit Ray befriended the American soldier Stonewall Calcutta during World War II, who kept him informed about the latest American films showing in the city. He came to know and RAF employee Norman Clear, who shared Ray's passion for films, chess, and Western classical music. Ray was a regular in the at coffee house, where several intellectuals frequented. He formed lasting association, many of which Ray watched and seriously studies, including several American and Russian films. The use of Indian music and dancing in the 1948 Indian film Kalpana, directed by the celebrated dancer Uday Shankar, had an impact to Ray. 1949, Ray married Bijoya Das, his first cousin and long-time sweetheart. The couple had a son, Sandeep Ray, who also became a film director. In the same year, French director Jean Renoir came to Calcutta to shoot his film The River. Ray helped him to find location on the countryside. He told Renoir about his idea of filming Pather Pachali, which had long been Alexander Satyajit Ray film career. After being deeply moved by Pather Pachali, the 1928 classical Bengali literature, Ray decided to adapt it for his first film Pather Pachali in a semi-autobiographical novel describing the maturation of a small boy in Bengal village. Pather Pachali did not have a script. It was made from Ray during and script. Before principal photography began, he created a short storyboard dealing with details and continuity. During a notice, Satyajit Ray from 1959 to 1964. During the period, Ray made films about the British Raj period, a documentary on Tagore, a coming film, and his first film from an original screenplay. He also made a series of films that, taken together, are considered by critics among the most deeply felt of Indian women on screen. Satyajit Ray followed Opur Sangsar in 1960 debut film in which he examined the society Sharmila Tagore started the armory. A young wife who was defined by the father-in-law was worried that the Central Board of Film Certification might block his film is released to make him regarded but debut was spied upon international distribution. The critic from Chicago Reader described the film as full of sincerity and ironic undertone. In 1961, on the insistence of Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, Ray was to make Rabindranath Tagore based on the poet of the same name on the occasion of his birth. Due to limited footage of Tagore, Ray was challenged by the necessity of making the film mainly with static material. He said the took us work of 3 feature films. New direction 1965 to 1980. Satyajit Ray major films about Hindu dual value and their potential clash with modern Western inspiration include Jalsa Ghar, an evocation of a man's absence with music in which the absence in which a girl's diva Sadgati, and powerful indictment of caste and Kanchanjunga, the first original screenplay and first color film is subtitle exploration, a first film made in the Hindi language with a comparatively large budget, is an even subtitle proving of the impact of the Western India set on Lucknow in 1956, just before the Indian in depict the downfall of the ruler Wajid Ali at the hand of the British execution journey. Glenn Bagabain, based on a story by his grandfather. The song composed by Ray for the latter and among his best known contribution in Bengali culture. Of Ray, major work with the exception of his moving story of the Bengal family in 1943-44, chiefly concerns of Calcutta and modern culture. Aranyo Din Ratri and observe the adventure of 4 young men trying to escape urban moor and trip to the country and failing. Mahanagar 1963, the big city. After a gap in which Ray made Piku and then filled it with heart disease, he returned to the subject of corruption in society. With their stirring male sincere character, each represents a factory own personality differently protesting against the intellectual and moral decay and of his beloved Bengal. Work as a writer and illustrator, the motion picture director also established a parallel career in Bengal as a writer and illustrator, chiefly for young people. He revived the children magazine Sandesh and edited in Unity's Date in 1992. Ray was the author of the numerous short stories and novelist, and the fact writing rather than filmmaking became his main source of income. His stories have been translated and published in Europe, the United States, and Israel. Some Ray writing on cinema and collected on our films. Their films' other works include The Memories, Childhood Tapes.